Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Owlbear's Roost. I am your host and dungeon mistress, Owl Odyssey. I am joined today by 4 wonderful players. All a bunch of nerds who I've met in roleplay. And here we're going to do a different kind of roleplay. If you haven't watched Owlbear's Roost before, no worries. You do not need to watch every episode to enjoy it. We are here to tell stories, and every week is a different story. Sort of. It's continuous of the last story, but, you know, I should really think these things before I say them. But,
doing
great.
Why? It's called improv. It's improv.
Yeah, going back on it now would be embarrassing. So, you know, I think we're just going to stick with it and push through and hope for the best. Hi. I'm Athena. I'm a dumbass. Alright. Alrighty. Well, last we left off on episode 10. There was some interesting developments after the following of the slaying of the Headless Horseman. Our intrepid adventurers returned to the nearby mill, the collection of houses that reside nearby, where a group of monster hunters known as the Silver Sword Inquisition have taken up camp. The group had a difficult encounter with the current residents of the mill. The two sides understood that the ongoing dispute is far paled in comparison compared to the larger issue facing the lands of Belosia. Zara, our group's rogue, played by Amelina, made a deal with the leader of the Silver Sword Inquisition. The group would promise, should they find the sword in which the Silver Sword is after, that they would tell the group, or they would do their best to tell the group. And the Silver Sword would ensure the protection of a young boy named Vinny and his mother. And as the party lay down to rest, prepared for what may come, to rejoin them. Now, 3 of you are attempting to attune to an item this evening. Zara.
Yes.
Describe to me how you play with the eyeball, attempting to attune your energies to it. You're not a woman of the mystical arts, per se, the magical arts, but you are very perceptive. So how is Zara engaging with this eyeball?
Zara is holding it in her hands, wearing her gloves, looking at it from different angles, squinting, trying to find like the intricacies of it, anything that would stand out to her, anything special she can like lock onto.
Sorry, say that again. I was having trouble hearing you over the TV in the background. What was that last bit?
She's like particularly looking at anything that stands out, anything like unique about it that she can lock onto.
Okay. As you hold it in your hand, like I said, you're not someone who's magical, arcana savvy per se, but you are perceptive enough to understand the sort of minor vibrations that magical items have, that sort of aura of latent energy. As you close your eyes, you focus in the eye, and feeling it in your hand, you sort of think about the energies around it. And as the energy you can see in your mind's eye, sort of the aura around it. You feel as one of the tendrils loops out. So the tendrils of magical energy loops out. You try to guide it to connect to your mind. And right as you feel it and see it in your mind's eye connect to your brain, you feel something different on your hands. Something sort of fuzzy but prickly. And as you open your eyes and you look down at the eye, it's no longer there. And sat in front of you is your cat. That prickliness, the whiskers along your hands. She sits there with the eye in her maw, looking up at you as she quickly runs off, running away with the eye in tow. It's at this time you look up, and you're not in the small room that you once were. You look around and you see tall buildings, stone cobbled before you. You don't see anyone nearby. You appear to be in an alleyway. It's cloudy overhead, much like the sky of Belosia. But this is not like any place in Belosia you've seen thus far. What would you like to do as your cat runs off with the eye in her mouth?
I blink, try to like see if am I just imagining things? Am I just
Give me a wisdom save. Or a wisdom check. Okay, wisdom save, same check, same thing. You blink, you try to focus. I'm trying to understand what's happening around you. There's something ethereal about this place. It doesn't feel real. You can feel yourself still focusing on the eye itself. Now, you could sever that focus, or you could maintain the illusion. The choice is yours.
Zara will maintain the illusion for a bit, try to follow her cat.
Okay. You start to rush through the streets. The cat takes a right turn and you follow in tow. She takes a left and then a right. And it's at that point you come out into a large Town square. People milling back and forth, but you can't see their faces. Hoods up, walking, living about their day. You see some vendors attempting to sell items. And it's at this point you recognize where you are. Familiar facade of the buildings and various banners that you can see in the sky. You are in a very familiar city, for it is the city of Mauve. See as the cat pushes through the crowd, making its way towards an alleyway on the far side. What would you like to do?
She follows but stays at the end of the alleyway for seeing if there's anyone there.
Give me a perception check. You don't see anyone out of the ordinary. You wish to push forward.
She will slowly walk further.
You push forward. The cat begins to gain distance on you as it makes it to the far side of the town square. You see as she pushes forward. And you push through the people. Every time you try to get a look at their faces, they look away, or they're covered. And as you make your way to the far alley, the cat jumps up a few signs, a few barrels, making its way onto a rooftop. Do you wish to follow?
Is it a known place to me?
The particular roof?
Mm-hmm.
It's familiar. You would know these rooftops to be near the Casino Mauve, the infamous casino of the city.
As it gets more familiar, she severs the connection.
You take a deep breath. I'm gonna need a wisdom check for you to sever that now. And sure enough, you concentrate your will. Taking a deep breath. And as you close your eyes, you open them once again. And you're in that dingy room near the mill. Your cat's curled up in your lap, and the eyeball is still in your hand. You have failed to attune to this item this evening.
That's okay. She's breathing heavily. Looks around if anyone noticed anything, and then tucks it away.
You look around. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing. We'll move to Althea. Who is holding the Dudahan whip in her hand. Althea, what are you doing to connect yourself to the whip? Oh, she might be still making tea. That's okay.
Where's the tea weird when you need him? I'm gonna just start whipping and playing with it a little bit.
Scorched. Hello.
Ayo.
That's what
I
they
will
did
go-
last session.
This is true. I will instead then pan over to our resident druid, Lavetta. You sit with the... Why did I have to call it this? You sit with the rod in your hand, attempting to attune to it. God damn it. What would you like to do to attune your energies?
Lavetta is, as it's been established, she loves to pay attention to details, so she is meticulously just inspecting every aspect of this. She's sat there completely just ignoring her environment, and she is running her fingers over, this is going to sound so bad, she's running her fingers over the length of the of the rods, and then, you know, trying to feel the textures and just, yeah.
As you run your hands along the rod, as you sort of you feel the intricate carvings of the interesting sort of snake that kind of curves around it, feeling the very intricate and specific carvings. You try to imagine the person who carved it, who it was made for, what it was made for. You feel yourself running the hand along it and trying to get an idea of the energies within. You close your eyes and you breathe. As you open them again, the world around you has changed. You find yourself in this lush, beautiful forest. You're sat along the leaves that litter the ground. All around you are these gorgeous, large trees, unlike anything you've seen before. You almost see rivers flowing through some of the larger branches and creating these beautiful waterfalls over the side. The sky above is unlike anything you've seen before. You look down at the rod, and it is just the center piece of it. The serpent itself is nowhere to be seen. And as you look around instinctively, trying to get an idea of what happened and where you are, you see a serpent laying in front of you. No longer wooden like it was on the rod itself. The serpent before you is covered in these sort of beautiful, iridescent scales. Its tongue flickers, and you swear you see little motes of energy flicker off of it. Oh, the serpent speaks to you. So, you wish to attune to my rod? Noble choice, but one that requires dedication. It requires commitment to protecting the weak and saving the injured. For is this a task that you wish to take, young one?
Lavetta just kind of... She just looks at the snake and she doesn't move. She just kind of smiles and looks down. It's... I guess if I'm worthy enough to help other people, it's essentially what I try to do anyway. If I'm not for this role, then so be it, but I'd like to help.
Do you believe yourself worthy, or do you seek a test to prove it?
A test is, I feel, more appropriate in this situation. Meet you halfway.
Very well. And you see, as the snake says this, it bears 2 fangs. A light drop of ichor comes from the right one. Test it shall be. For you need to prove your ability to me before I can entrust you with my power. Do you accept the terms of engagement?
Her eyes kind of fixate on the snake's fangs for a moment, and she takes a deep breath. So be it, I guess.
As soon as you say that, the snake lunges at you with lightning quick, and you blink instinctively. And as you do, you feel the 2 fangs shoot straight into the arm that holds the rod. And it's just as quickly as it arrived, the snake slithers away behind you. You look down, and 2 perfect puncture holes now sit in your arm. You feel sort of the need to clench up as the pain begins to creep its way through your nerves. You can see the skin around the various puncture wounds begin to grow necrotic, and the pain begins to get unbearable. The snake's voice echoes from all around you. How can you save others if you cannot even save yourself? Prove to me your ability, and I shall grant you such power that you desire. The pain is throbbing at this point. What do you do, Lavetta?
She's clutching her arm her body's kind of starting to shake, but she's trying not to let it affect her too much, despite the unbearable pain. Then she attempts to cast Cure Wounds on herself, as shaky as her hands are.
Easy enough for you to gather the energy in your hands. But unfortunately for you, as the wounds close, the poison still remains. Feel it entering your bloodstream. The wounds are closed, but you are poisoned. What would you like to do?
Is crying an option? No, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to, because I'm trying to think as to if I have anything to help me with poison, but I don't think I do.
Then you may be required to think more creatively.
Yeah. All right. Well, Lavetta takes a big sigh, and it's probably not gonna work, but she just presses her arm to her mouth and attempts to suck out the poison, despite there being a wound, despite it being closed. She attempts it anyway. See if it reopens, I don't know.
You see,
okay.
guys, anytime you're faced with a problem, if you suck enough, it can work.
This truly is the test of the rod.
This Liz.
God,
She
it
is
doesn't help.
panicking.
Right.
She's
Go ahead
panicking.
and give
right now.
me, I guess, like, Constitution, because you're, like, bearing this pain. You're trying to use your air, your lung capacity to... Go on, give me a con save.
How good your suck?
It's not a bad suck. However, you did close the wound. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse.
God damn it. Oh, she looks around and she tries to just see if there's any form of like plants or any herbs, anything around her that can help.
Give me a perception check. Okay. They all look sort of... Excuse me. Foreign to you. They don't look familiar. However, by miracle, you do recognize a collection of herbs just to your side. It would take a little bit of movement to get to them, but you do believe that one of these has enough antitoxin or anti-venom properties that could help. At this point, you're going to take 4 points of poison damage, though, as the poison begins to sit in.
Okay. Do I still have the temporary HP? I don't think I do. From before. No.
Rudy. Yeah. No.
Valinda is not anywhere to be seen. This is some other person's dog. Nope, this is someone else's dog.
What do you mean? What dog are you talking about?
No, Rudy. I was because To me,
Oh, sorry.
Rudy is Valender as like a canon thing, so I just treat it like that.
That's the snake.
Yeah, definitely the snake. Yep.
Okay.
Hisses, I'm a dog. Alright. Lavetta attempts to get up, but instead of standing, she crawls. She crawls towards the plants. Attempting to gather
You
anything
can gather
that
them
could be
pretty quickly,
helpful.
but you will take 2 poison
Mhm.
damage as you do.
Okay.
As the movement begins to move quicker through your body.
Alright.
At this point, I need you to give me a wisdom save as well. To DM. Oh, you can do it to me. I've already said it out loud, so you can just give it to me.
Attempts to give it to the DM.
Just roll it. Either way, just roll the wisdom
Yep.
save. Okay.
So you sucked a bit, and now you're giving it to the DM. Got it.
Second.
Listen,
Righty.
there were tendrils involved before. This is nothing.
Do you ingest
This is truly the challenge of the rod.
No, she doesn't directly. She
Okay.
doesn't directly ingest it. She pulls out her. She pulls out her T-Weird from her pocket.
You do not have your
Wait.
T-Weird with you.
Do we not have our T-Weird? Why not?
You don't know where
Are
you
we-
are. You have none of your items with you.
Oh no. Okay. That's depressing. Okay. Can I look around? Is there any form of I would like to not directly ingest it. I would like to kind of maybe, grind it up or burn it somehow. I feel I don't have detect poison or anything, so I'm all right. I'm just gonna get some of the water from. Oh wait, I don't have any water. God damn it! Fine. She'll just rip it into pieces and try to rub it on the wound, and then ingest the rest of it.
Well, unfortunately for you, the wound is closed.
But she will ingest it. She will ingest it.
Give me a con save. Okay, that was the DM. Make sure you turn the DM thing off.
Oh, yep. Does it still count?
Yes.
Okay.
Very quickly, Oh, I should have had you roll a nature check. Well, c'est la vie. It's alright. You ingest the plants as you take a deep breath. Pain begins to subside as you lay down, taking a deep breath. You look up and you see the snake just sort of curling upwards and upwards and upwards till it turns about 6 feet tall. The sun is highlighted blind behind it, or at least you think it's the sun. There's something weird about it. But he's illuminated. It's hard to make any sort of features with the light behind him. But you just see him in a long white cloak. Not cloak, rather gown. There's some sort of large headgear. Bearded, but beyond that it's hard to tell. He outstretches a hand to you. As you lay there on the ground. What would you like to do?
So he's reaching out his hand. Is Lavetta able, like, if she sits up, is she able to kind of meet his hand? Or
Yeah. You can
Yeah,
reach. He's
okay.
reaching out. Yeah.
yeah, he's reaching out. So then she extends. Yeah, she extends both of her hands, attempting to kind of just. Actually, no. She extends the injured one towards them, and then kind of props herself up on her knees.
As you meet his hand, he pulls. Why did you have to say on your knees? God. The test of the roll.
Listen, I didn't realize until you specifically pointed it out. It's fine.
You know, you gotta be on your knees. You gotta show
For
your
the
ability to
rod.
suck. You gotta give it to the DM.
This
I mean, this checks out. For the
Yes.
This is fun too. Okay.
I'm a slippery snake. Sorry.
Well, are you making eye contact with the snake during this?
Yes. Direct eye contact.
As you meet his hand, he pulls you up on your feet, and there's sort of a flash of light as you feel the pain in your arms subside even more. He speaks out to you. Well, I think you have obviously quite a lot to learn, but your resourcefulness is there, and for that I shall grant you. You have passed my test. Use the rod for good. For if you stray from that path, dear druid, well, maybe you'll feel the fangs once again. You go to speak, you blink, and you look out, and your arm is outstretched with the rod in your hand. You're back in the room that you once were. You see no signs of the wound on your arm. The only thing that you notice is that wooden rod in your grasp. You have successfully attuned to the rod. Yes. You are now able to use this magical item as you wish, so long that it follows the rules outlined on the card itself.
She inspects her arm curiously, and obviously there's nothing there, and then looks at the rod. Just kind of hugs it close to her body, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a deep sigh and... Actually, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, she's just gonna...
No, you gotta say it.
No, I'm not. I was gonna say she takes a deep sigh and, like, you know, swallows, but like then I realized that's a whole other like concept. Like I just like, you know, kind of gulps, but then I realized the whole context of this is awful.
Okay, well, we move over to Althea, who is with the whip.
I don't know. I feel like the ending of the rod task should be swallowing.
And lying down, cuddling her new rod. Anyway, moving on swiftly.
Just lay down.
Same time next week.
Oh fucking god. Okay. Althea, we move to you.
Hi.
You have the whip of the Doulahan in your arm. In your hand. What are you doing to attune your energies to it?
she's gonna sit there and, despite not being smart, she's going to inspect every little nook and cranny of this whip. Of like the
Give me an
spine
inspection
and
check.
stuff. I can do this. Where the hell is my sheet? 1 second. I misplaced my sheet. There it is.
You run your hand along it. It's literally got like a leather, sort of almost like a, feels like a small femur wrapped in leather. And then sure enough, all the way down it are bits of which you can only presume to be real pieces of spine, segmented and connected string, or so, well, it's more of a piece of like leather rope that runs through it, stringing all of them together. So you're feeling this and you're playing along with it. Wrap it a few times. Stretch it out. As you're looking at this, you fail to realize the cold that comes around you. Oh, it's far colder than you thought. You look around, the ground below you has turned to ice. The hills, the mountains, just large icicles all around you. You sit in a field of nothingness, but cold, cold wind. Daughter of the Hells, hello.
Hello.
You look around, and you see the horse has returned. Stood next to you as you sit on the ground. Shall we walk together?
Let's.
Stand up. And the horse begins walking. Every time its foot hits the ground, you hear the sizzle of the ice being melted below its hoof. And as you begin to look around, not only are those large, large ice mountains, but you see bits of black rock all around you. I figured this may be more agreeable to you.
More toasty.
Hmm?
More toasty?
You wish it was warmer? Is that what you're saying?
No, not too
Hmm. And I take it you do not know where you are. Well, where you may envision yourself as.
Do I?
You likely would not, but you can give me a history check. Or a religion check, whatever you feel.
I'm equally bad at both.
You have no idea where you are.
Nope. Have no clue.
Such a shame. You have much to learn.
What do I have to learn?
Quite a lot, but that would require an agreement. If you were to take these reins, or the whip that you carry, our souls will undertake a dance, intertwined together. I can help guide you and teach you, but I demand respect in return. Vine and I's arrangement was forcefully undergone, but we worked well together. I can see it in your eyes that you have different aspirations to be, but I am not bound to you. Forsake me, and I will show you my retribution. Do you understand?
I understand.
Do we have an agreement?
Yes.
Good. You have much to learn about where you come from and who you are. But that will come in time. In due time. For now, you may be wise to look into the collection of notes that Irvine has left for you. I believe you were smart enough to collect them. You would be wise to look into them. For if you wish to know where you come from, there's no better place to start. You continue to walk along this. The snow begins to pick up. Do you have any further questions for me before I return you?
I think I'll be good for now.
Then walk with me, at least for a little bit. You continue to walk. You feel the energy in the whip in your hand as you feel yourself connected to it. You look around at the landscape you find yourself in, trying to make sense of it. There's a familiarity to it, but you don't know why. As you're looking around, the horse eventually stops. Are you ready to go, my dear?
I think so. Much to learn,
Oh.
as you say.
The horse kind of shakes itself a little bit, and the eyes begin to grow brighter and brighter. And it's at this moment you notice something out in the distance. Something far out in the distance. A humanoid shape. Long pink hair. 2 pink horns growing from it. A large black cloak over top. And as you try to get an idea and look further at what it is, you're back in the little room in which you were spending your night. Now, before all of you go back to bed, is there anything any of you would like to do?
I'm gonna look
Yeah.
over the notes.
Alrighty, I shall
If I
pull
take
up-
one of my teeth out, can I put the tooth from the bracelet there instead?
Fucking god.
Oh my god.
Are you just gonna remove your tooth right now? Or is that a
I'm
joke?
just curious.
I mean, Groff could technically probably
Hmm.
just.
Give me a
Strength.
strength check to see if you're able to pull it out.
I'm not pulling my
That's
tooth
what
out.
she
I want to
said,
see how,
sorry.
if the tooth is, like, roughly person size. So, if I just casually lost a tooth for some reason.
Oh, yes, most certainly. But they do seem to be sort of... The tooth bracelet itself has 2 bands on it. And they are so
I don't listen to either of them.
perfectly interlocked. I'm just going to ignore that.
Fucking hell.
That you imagine you could probably pull them apart. But the teeth are sort of interwoven. The 2 bands are interwoven to each other, where they face in at one another. Pulling it apart might be possible, but you'll probably break the item in doing so. But you do
Alrighty.
believe that you could probably rotate it a little bit, and the 2 bands would come apart, and it feels like it's designed to do that.
Noted.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Dear Pez, you asked for the papers, and here they are, my dear.
Yeek. Hmm.
You said that the bracelet seems like it's designed to, like, come apart.
Correct, yeah. The teeth are so interlocked in themselves that they're designed to sort of be twisted and pulled apart.
Question:
Right,
Can
so
we
I wouldn't be
thread
able
the
to use it
marble?
like a sock puppet.
Sorry, say that again, Scorched?
So I wouldn't be able to use the teeth as like a sock puppet thing? Like have it over my thumb and over my...
You could put the bracelet on. It's a torque, is what it is. It's a bracelet.
I wanted to use it like a it's like a chatterbox, like a sock puppet thing, and have teeth on my fingers.
No, you probably wouldn't be able to take the teeth off. The teeth are
Oh,
interlocked into each other and woven to form this bracelet. You'd probably have to break it to do so.
this bracelet is no fun. I gotta think of something else stupid I can do.
Okay.
No.
Oh, right. So nothing else you want to do with the bracelet?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do one of these.
What are you doing? Okay, and
Yeah, I think I may like see if it's magical. Maybe, I guess, like if there's anything beyond it just being a tooth bracelet.
okay, so you you're trying to identify it, is what you're trying to do now?
Yeah, I didn't do it yesterday. Well, not yesterday, last time.
Yeah. Give me a. Are you proficient in Arcana?
Good question. I am.
You are. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Oh, you were 1 off the DC. I will say then, I will give you this. You're not going to be able to identify the entirety of it. However, you do believe that it's meant to be worn when it's used, based on the Arcana energies that are kind of focused inward on the bracelet. And I will say you have found out enough that you could probably twist it and make them 2 parts. It is definitely magical in nature, but you don't know what it does. I will say, as you're playing with it, do you ever at any point rotate them and take them apart?
Let's see. No.
Okay. So it's definitely meant to be worn, but you have no idea.
Alrighty, hell yeah, I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna wear it.
Okay. Do you wish to do anything with it on?
No, I think it just looks good.
Okay. And do you wish to tune your energies to it?
That would be very unwise. Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh, you are? Okay. You spend this rest taking a deep breath and moving your energies into it. And it's then when you hear a familiar voice in your head. You have finally made a good choice, my dear. Can't you see what this item will do for us?
No. And they just shake their sort of wrist to make a clickety click.
You are so short-sighted, my dear. If you would allow me to show you. I need a wisdom save from you.
We love those. We love wisdom saves.
You feel your hand, not wearing the bracelet, begin to move, and it takes all your willpower to fight against it. You do successfully. Oh. But don't you want to have fun? Why do you fight me
Not
still?
sure what fun this would entail.
The world around you starts to get darker. No, come now, dear.
How is this supposed to help?
Why don't you just twist it and find out? All it takes is a little swish of the hand. Oh, don't you want to give it a go?
So reluctantly. Seems like there's nothing else here. Everything's growing darker and a little bit more screwed up.
If you want to fight it, you can give me a wisdom save. If you want to fight the darkness and snap out of it, you will not get attuned to it.
I'm gonna punch the darkness.
You take a deep breath. And you remember familiar forest. But instead of seeing the darkness of it, you see the light. And it's with that, the darkness all around you begins to fade. And the voice says one last thing to you. Foolish child. You failed to attune to the bracelet, but you have successfully fought against that which ails you, at least for tonight.
Yay.
Alrighty. Lavetta, you said you had something.
I did, but then I forgot and now I remembered again. I have two questions. One, is it possible to thread the marble of our soul of the previous, companion onto the tooth bracelet? And two, I would like to, before bed, would it take away some of my quality of sleep if I were to summon Valinda?
No. This can be part of your long
Okay,
rest.
then she'll focus into the night and do the ritual. It's yeah, I've already taken the gold away. She'd like to resummon Valinda.
Valinda quickly reappears in front of you. As to the marble, well, it does appear to be a glass marble. You would probably need some sort of tool to do so, if you wanted to thread it, unless you were to build something around it.
Okay, I was just curious. Thank you. Lavetta kind of scoops Valinda in her arms, and I promise I won't ask you to bite an undead creature again. And then
Valinda licks your face. Alrighty.
Grim already has a tooth bracelet. Why the hell are you trying to give them a corpse ball?
Technically, it's not a corpse. He's not dead. It's complicated.
it's a forbidden Pokemon. Okay, just say it how it is.
It's my Pokemon, leave it alone.
Well, forbidden Pokeball, I guess.
It's
Alrighty,
it's that one Pokemon game where you have that bracelet.
Is there anyone who wants to do anything before bed?
No, I'm all good. Oh, Gucci.
Okay. Althea, anything you'd like to do with the notes?
She's just gonna try and make sense of what is there. Try being the key word.
By herself?
Yes.
Okay. What would you like to do to try to make sense to it? Are you trying to recall anything? What are you trying to do?
Trying to recall, see if she can think of. What's the word I'm looking for? Trying to recall of anything she was kind of heard in the past or anything to see if she can kind of maybe make more sense of it.
Give me a wisdom check. Yeah. You don't recall much. None of it really makes any sense to you. However, the only thing you do remember, and I will remind you, as this would have been only a few hours ago, for Althea, the leader of the Silver Sword did say that the horseman collected some sort of notes or changed a lot after visiting what they called the observatory, or the Kals Observatory. But you don't know what that means. You may have to ask your companions or someone else to learn what it may mean.
Okay.
Righty then. If that is going to be it, I need everyone to mark down 1 ration as they eat and rest. You may replenish all of your spell slots, all of your hit points, up to half of your hit dice. It's a long rest. But you all successfully complete a long rest as we move into the morning of the 12th. Zara, you are
Yes.
awoken quite suddenly as you feel someone rather small sitting on your chest, looking down at you, poking your cheeks.
Vinny.
Yep, it is Vinny. He's poking you. He's kind of like doing like the back and forth with both of your cheeks. It's like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh! Hi.
Scrunches up her face and finally opens her eyes and just kind of squints at him. Hi.
I was told we are going for an adventure, and I'm so excited.
You were.
Right.
Right.
I got my sword, I got my bag, I got everything. And they even said Mom can come with us.
Yep. That's great. Just a small adventure for a little bit, Vinny. Just, yeah.
Okay. I'm excited.
Good. Get on my chest.
Huh? Oh, yes! And he squinches over.
She takes a deep breath. Okay.
Oh, what's that? And you see him see the cat, and he just starts he lunges at the cat and picks up the cat, and you know how like cats kind of turn to liquid when you try to pick them up? He's like trying to pick up the cat, and the cat's just like turning into liquid in his arms, trying to escape.
Vinny, you should, take some distance and say hi from a distance before you do that. Do you want people just run up to you and pick you up?
The cat at this point has both its paws in the air. One's kind of bent, normally bent, and it just has this look on its face of like, "Help me."
Vinny?
What?
Do people run up to you and pick you up randomly?
Sometimes. Mom does that.
Do you like it?
No.
They also don't.
He puts the cat down slowly. And he's just kind of holding it as it stands on the ground. Sorry, kitty. Pets it a little bit and lets go.
Quickly looks at the cat.
Cat just has this, like, disheveled look.
Right. Vinny.
Yes.
I asked you to, listen if you heard what they were talking about and stuff while we were gone, right? I asked you to listen to what you heard of the people here if they were saying things while we were gone.
Oh, yes.
Did you hear anything?
Yes.
This is the moment where you tell me what you heard, Vinny.
Huh?
This is the moment where you tell me what you heard, Vinny.
Oh, yes, of course. Okay, they said bones. I remember the word bones.
Bones, okay.
Oh, I found out they're still using the bill. That's kind of cool. I don't know, that. I don't know what they're using it for, but they're using it.
You're using the mill, okay.
And then they talked about people, finding people. Something about sword.
Did you hear why they were looking for people?
I was listening. But
It's okay if you didn't hear everything. I'm just asking.
well, I did hear. I just it was late, and you know, I may have fallen asleep when I was listening, cause I got
It's
kind of
okay.
tired.
It's okay. Just whatever you heard.
Yeah. I got this though, and he holds up a little bag of coins.
Sora gives him a thumbs up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
What's my
fun
cut?
stealing things. Huh?
What's my cut?
Oh, it's empty, and he puts it back in his pocket.
Zara squints at him. Vinny,
He pulls out 2 silver and hands them to you.
thank you. Go wake up my friends.
Huh? Oh, how?
Go wake up.
Can I use the count?
You cannot use a cat.
What about the puppy? And he looks at the puppy. He looks at Valander.
Vinny?
Hmm?
I believe
Lavetta
that
just
you are
stares at Vinny.
You are most proficient if you can do things by yourself. I believe in you. You got this by yourself.
Okay,
Show me
it's at
that
this
you
point
can be
he
good.
runs over and jumps on top of Groff.
I grab him off of me and drop him in front of.
He like kind of sits on the
So
ground. His
having-
hair's.
Throw him at a wall.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, you're lucky the barbarian didn't chuck him. He just sat there on the ground. His hair's all disheveled. Okay, I think I got him awake.
Good job, Vinny. That's exactly what I wanted you to do.
Lavetta looks over concerned.
Well, when are we leaving? We gotta get Mom first.
Yeah, right. You know, go find your mom. We'll get everything
I'm
in
not allowed
order.
to go in there.
Well, how are we going to leave with your mom if you're not allowed in there, Vinny?
Lavetta kind of clears her throat and stares at Zara.
Go see how we would get in there, Vinny. I need to talk to, my companions.
Okay. And you see as he rushes down the stairs and out the door. Oh shoot, why did this save? Oh gosh darn it. Let's make another one. Anyways, alrighty. You guys are good to talk. Just give me 2 seconds as I try to... Go ahead. Talk amongst yourself.
Listen, it is my fault that he's coming with us, but it also isn't.
Does it occur to you that you are sending, under a breath, you are sending him to get close to the fact that everyone is sick in this
He's
barn?
not getting in there.
How do you know? You just sent him. You just sent him to go see if he could.
If we can get in there.
Yes, but he is a kid. He's probably gonna
Listen,
try and be.
this is very early in the morning.
You think that if he sees his mum, he's not gonna try and go say hi?
Listen. I didn't. To be fair, I did not ask if Vinny and his mom could come with us. Now, those words did not leave my lips.
She looks over at Rose. What's your take on this?
What? It's early. What? What's happening?
This one sent Vinny to go and scope out the barn of plagued people.
Listen, I needed to be able
I
to
guess.
talk about the situation without him being here.
I
You
need
hear
him to
him
go
just-
collect
Pushes
firewood
her
or
face
something.
into the goddamn makeshift
hear-
pillar.
You hear her in the distance. Sound of glass shattering.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
Zara sprints out the room.
what the
Alrighty.
hell did I just wake up to?
Why's everything gonna happen so early in the morning?
Let's see here. Zara. I think there's a way that I can do this now. I think I can just like make. How do I just do that? Oh, are you on it?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay, I don't know what you can see right now. Let me. I think it's Control Z. It's not Control Z. What is the button? Fuck. It's.
Do you want to see what I can send a
No,
screenshot
no, no,
of
no.
what I
There's a
can
way to do it.
see?
There's a way to do it. It's Control L. That's what it is. Oh yeah, there you go. It's so the sun is still sort of rising, but let me give you a little bit more light. As it is, you know, not just. I will say the sun is rising. I think there's a way to do global immunity.
Me.
There we go. Does that give you more? There you go.
Yes.
All right. It's still dark out, but yeah, you can see in front of you. You see the large mill, like directly in front of you. So here,
Yes.
and then the building kind of comes around here. You were just in this building. You see this guard is kind of looking down to the south, like, what did that kid do? He starts making his way over there.
I got it. I sprint past him.
Okay. You should be able to move your token, hopefully. Okay. Is anyone following outside?
I don't even know what's happened. I'm just gonna go back to sleep.
Lavetta sighs and she feels kind of an obligation to follow. So
I actually
okay, that sounded wrong, but
wow. I actually imagine Zara like running like Phoebe and Friends in that episode where she went running with Rachel. I don't know if anyone saw that.
yes.
That's exactly how she's running. Like, ah!
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Unfortunately, the way I have cropped
I imagine I'm
things
running like
is-
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's the one. That's the one.
Unfortunately, I gotta figure out how to make this work and the screen here and not overlap things too much. I'll figure it out at some point, but as of right now, I'm dumb bitch. Okay, so who's followed? Lavetta's followed.
Mm-hmm. She is not as crazily running with her.
And then let me put you on the. There you go. Alrighty, Zara, you can see two doors here, a door over here, and then there's sort of an alleyway that heads this way. Again, it's really hard to show on screen. I'm gonna have to figure this out. at some point.
It's good.
Trying to readjust the thingy midstream like a potato. Don't worry, chat. I'll get there in the end.
Take your time.
That'll. If Scorch, can you change your name so it's a little less long?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry, let me just.
Maybe. Oh, not there. No, not there. No, you can put that back to normal. That's fine. I meant in Discord. I'll just do it. You know what? I can just do it. I'll just do it. No, you can't just add no to it. You're just making it longer. There you go. Jesus Christ. All right, there we go. Now it's a little bit more seeable. That's a word, I think. Seeable?
Doable.
Foreseeable?
It's there.
It's doable.
That's what she said anyway.
That's what you said. Sorry.
Okay. That'll have to do for now. Okay. Alrighty. So Zara, you should be able to see the door, or sorry, not the door, but you should see the sort of alleyway in which the guy was kind of pointing at and was. Alrighty. You see. Well, you still won't see it there. Where you're at, you just see this alleyway, and then.
Yep, keeps running.
All right, feel free to keep moving. All right, it's here. You see a broken window, and inside, Vinny just kind of sat on the ground, looking at just blood splattered everywhere across this room. Not from him. A lot of it is dried. But you see in the center of the room what appears to be like a butcher's table. A large knife sat on it, and then just sort of wraps of just limbs.
Human?
Humanoid. So various creatures, mostly human, kind of on a shelf and all piled up. And Vinny is just sat there on his ass in the glass, just
limbs?
looking at this.
Full on limbs. Vinny!
He's in shock.
Climbs through the window.
Also, make sure you guys give yourself your full health.
Oh yeah, I didn't do long rest, did I?
You better give Vinny a hand before he
has some.
finds one.
Yeah, okay, Zara climbs through the window.
Okay, give me just like a acrobatics check to see if, avoiding the glass and whatnot. It's at this point this guard rolls up. What's going on? He can't be in there.
I think you should better just shut up right now.
Let's see. 14, easy enough. You make your way through. Get him out of there.
Quick perception check to check if there's anyone else in the room or if I can hear someone nearby, not outside.
Passive perception is high, so no, you don't hear anyone in the room next to you or the room that you're in.
Vinny? Vinny, look at me, buddy.
And he's just staring.
She squats down next to him. No, actually, like in front of him. Like, focus on me, buddy. Vinny.
Well, that's and he passes out into your arms.
I catch him. I haven't heard like Lovetta follow, so she has no clue if she's there or not. She also can't see through the window. She's assessing if she should just climb through the window, but doesn't want to get more glass on Vinny.
Guard pushes up on the window. Get him out of there, I said.
I am working on it!
And you hear, oh, didn't mean to make him big. You get a little chunky there. He comes back around and you hear this door unlock.
Lavetta kind of runs in as well and... Oh, that's fine. There we go.
Give me an acrobatic
Come on,
check to see how you do through the window.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
actually,
there's
yeah, that's a
glass
good point.
everywhere.
Oh, boy. Acrobatics. Wait, is that athletics?
Nope, there's
It's
two.
underneath
There's,
athletics or above.
yeah.
No, it's all the way at the top, yeah.
You, unfortunately, are going to take a point of slashing damage as you slice yourself up a few bits.
Oh, that's... God damn it, Zara.
What? This is not goddamn me, this is
guard looks
goddamn
at
this
you.
place!
I just opened the door. You didn't have to go through the window.
Listen, What are we doing here? Why is Vinny in here? Why did I have to follow you? Here.
You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. But I also... She stops talking, glances at the guard. We needed to...
Listen, we can talk about it later. Let's get Vinny out of here
yes.
before he gets more trauma from this room. Okay.
Zara
Let's
lifts
go.
him up.
Do you need
Does
any
another-
help?
I'll do a strength check for it, maybe?
No, he's light. You don't need to do a
Alright, I
check.
got
Okay,
it.
okay,
No,
cool.
I got it. As she walks towards the door with Vinny in her arms, she, with her way of quickly inspecting a room, quickly inspects the room again, seeing if anything stands out, any
Give me an
symbols.
investigation check. There are some symbols. You don't inherently recognize them and don't picture them long enough to get that. You do notice something you didn't notice at first, though, as you stand up. There are large tubs or jars of just coagulated blood just kind of sitting in different areas, and there's various organs laid across the shelves, and some of them are pretty decayed. But you also see kind of in the corner just a pile of limbs and torsos and heads.
And it was not just like various humanoid figures, right?
Yeah, it's a whole mix of races and such. I will say you also notice a fireplace just here, in the wall right here, but it appears to be empty at the moment. But the pile is sort of sitting right next to it.
All right, she leaves the room holding Vinny.
Oh yeah, here, I'll give you. Yep. The guard looks at you, and the boss is gonna have to hear about this. Come on, Druid, get out of there.
All right. And she runs.
Zara says, doesn't matter. I am very curious to hear what your boss has to say about this.
Lavetta follows, but she attempts to kind of pick up some of the organs, but without being noticed, because
Give me
she
a
would
sleight of
like
hand.
to keep sleight of
Give me a
hand. Oh
sleight.
god, okay. She would like to cure them
18.
for medicinal purposes. Am I able to do that? Like
You
to
successfully
take them.
swipe them, but as you're doing so, a lot of them are rotten and not well kept.
Okay.
So you can add to your sheet a liver, a kidney, and a lung.
I got a jar of organs.
Yeah. Come on, get out of there.
All right.
I don't
All
know
right.
how
I'm
they
on my
managed
way.
to find that. I don't think anyone in there was a liver.
Wow.
That is so bad. That was so bad, but it was good.
The horse rider from the night before, the woman rides up to you. What's going on? She looks to you, Zara, for answers.
I don't know what is going on. He just looks up at her, blank face.
What were you doing in there?
I don't know what is in there.
Not your business.
Who says I saw anything, right?
Give me a persuasion check. Get inside. Now. Now!
Or what?
Just... You see her just kind of like bite her tongue a little bit.
Are you looking to add to your collection?
It's not a It's at this point the is anyone else in the group? Do you guys want to join?
Me, I woke up. What is going on? You guys are really loud.
Oh, you aren't with them. So they're all outside. So you were in the room with Prim and Groff.
That's what I mean. I was gonna join them outside and go because I could probably could I hear them from inside?
You can't hear them talking, but you could definitely have heard the commotion.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else joining? So I can just drag you all at once. Alrighty. Prim and Groff, you guys stay inside. There you go. You see at this time one of the horse riders jumping off his horse and puffing past inside of you. Inside of you? Oh my god. Inside.
What?
Past you.
Oh my god!
I mean, save it for later. But no.
Jesus!
Oh Freudian fucking
I'm in
slip.
dinner first!
Yeah, buy me
He
dinner.
pushes past you going inside. Oh my god, what is wrong with my brain? Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Imagine that.
Alrighty.
I just realized I was muted.
Oh, hi. Did you want to go outside as well?
Hi. Yeah, I said, screw it, YOLO, let's do this. And then you're like, oh, guess you're both staying inside. I'm like, ah.
Groff, are
Yeah.
you joining?
So rude.
Are you staying inside, Groff?
Inside Groff TM.
He's just laying
Also,
there
I can't
snoring
wait for
very,
the,
very
the
loudly.
compilation of all these goddamn Freudian slips that you've done in these sessions. It's gonna be such a long video.
Oh, it's gonna be so great.
Okay.
I mean, I name is Team Toast, so, you know.
Team Toes!
Team
When
Toes?
season 1
Oh.
finishes, it's gonna be wild. We're gonna have a watch party where we just see all of them.
Oh god. Groff, you are muted, so if you are trying to talk to me right now.
Whoops. Yes, I will join the party.
Oh my god!
They're all amazing at this.
Professional D&D
We're
players.
we're professionals. Just
Oh my
saying.
God, okay.
Don't know if
You wanna know how
this, but we do
professional I am?
role-playing for a living.
How professional are you?
I'm prepping a separate D&D game right now.
Wow, I'm just doing my prep tomorrow morning for my other D&D game, just saying. Full attention.
I'm just using the organs as fidget toys, smile.
Oh,
my
So,
God.
Why
if
are
Apple
you
fucks
doing
up
God.
today, she'll feel it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
happens to me. Yeah, I understand the word karma quite a lot.
You better not fuck up.
She already has.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then, you are all outside, and it's this point, Groff and Prim, you guys are being followed out by the leader of the Silver Sword Inquisition.
Everybody who entered her, what's happening?
Gotta buy me dinner first.
Okay. No.
Hello?
Yeah, you slip up
I don't have any
one
money.
time. You slip up one time.
One time, yes.
Yeah, one time.
Totally one time.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And he looks at you too. What the hell is going on?
What?
What the hell's
I don't
going on? What's going on?
Oh yes, don't talk to me. Never mind.
I don't know. It's too early. Everyone's being loud. Just
And he
rubbing
looks
the
down
sleep
and-
from her eyes.
Walks over to you, Zara.
She just looks at him blank face.
I'll ask again. What the hell's is going on?
I think you can answer your own question.
No. What the hell's is going on? And the guards kind of they look and sorry sir, they went into the shop room. And he kind of looks and nods. He looks at you, Zara.
Yes. Something the matter?
No, I just would have preferred that you weren't in there.
Why so?
It's personal business, to say the least.
That is your personal business.
Sort of.
Didn't
Don't-
think you were a butcher.
The guard who's standing next to Lavetta looks up. The child broke in, sir. I think he was just messing around. The guy looks up. He's not my problem anymore, at least. But, I imagine you have questions. Zara?
Yes,
Well, maybe
butcher?
it's best that- We don't kill people.
You just cut them up.
Yes.
Look at that dog!
Nevada
This is
looks
why he-
down and just like kind of
What that
stares at
dog
Valenzo.
doing?
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
Oh, please. Put it back.
I mean, at least he's been fed. Like, I guess.
No.
Listen.
Something seems wrong here, and I just can't place their finger on it.
Oh, you nailed my joke.
Oh my god.
You're wondering why we have a room full of...
Body
Captain
parts,
Bug.
organs, blood? Yes.
Just as a druid would use every part of the animal, you use every part of the human. Elf, dwarf, etc.
Where do you find a human, elf, dwarf, etc.?
This collection varies.
See, I did call it a collection. See, I was right. Just says that to that one guard. Sorry, continue.
The horseman's body, for example, was chopped up last night. It was weird that you left him all naked. Nonetheless, various
Technically
grave
not
sites-
naked, he did have underwear.
Various grave sites nearby. We dug them up.
You're grave diggers.
Sort of, yes.
You exhumed people resting and chopped them up and blood, organ.
Very much a graceful thing for us to do, considering what we've seen in these lands. Speaking of which, some of those bodies in there were those things that we saw.
Some of them, yes.
Right. We either burn them alive, and... Not alive. I don't know why I said that. We either burn them after, they're undead. But exhume their bones, and most of the body parts in there will be burned, so we can get the bones. But we do bloodlet, yeah, we get the blood out. Blood is very useful for our sort of, practices.
I don't know, what are those practices? Still just a
Hemograph.
blank face. What
Blood
do you
magic.
need that for? Blood magic.
Which, yes, you seem to know who we were.
Did I know anything about that?
Give me a history check. Or religion. That's up to you. No, you know of the Silver Sword, you know they're monster hunters. Hemocraft doesn't sound familiar to you.
Is it frowned upon? Like, blood magic?
Not necessarily, because it's not really well known. Think of it... How do I put this? Think of it very much as like a... I mean, there are practices of it that are frowned upon, and it's kind of very secretive, so not a lot is known about it, but you likely wouldn't even know that blood magic is really a thing. But the name he's about to mention is familiar.
Okay.
He mentions the Order of Hema. Well, we were members of the Order of Hema. We just disagreed with a lot of their practices. And it's at that point it clicks. The Order of Hema is a sort of blood hunter organization. It's very, very secretive, but they're obsessed with blood, and there's a lot of sort of myths and tales and stories about them. You know that they occasionally will recruit people from like orphanages, but there's not a lot known about them, and this leads to a lot of people sort of creating fantastical stories to explain what they do. You also know that members of the order love to wear red, but they're also kind of often covered in scars as well, just all across their body.
And what were those practices? Elder Price, it seems like we get in these conversations just over and over again.
The Silver Sword was a group that was sort of well, we called ourselves the Cult of Hema. We were a little bit more aggressive.
Kilavetta tell if he's telling the full truth with that perception
Insight check. No, you get
Oh,
an insight check.
insight. It's insight. Okay, I was confused. Hey. Hey, okay, never mind.
Nice.
See,
You're
you
a
tell me
great
to-
backup, Lavetta.
I know.
She's like, oh my god, he's so nice.
I guess it's wisdom. I should be good, but we move.
Lavetta's like, I like this guy.
Yeah, he's
They're saying
just
so
a little
many
guy.
words and so many good points.
I see nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with a cult.
Best friends.
You guys can, Groff and Premiers should be able to move, if you'd like to come down to the conversation as well. He continues talking. Look, we disagreed with their practices. They were a little bit too particular. And we're against some of our more intricate ways of worship. And so we found new ways.
Continue. What are those intricate ways of worship with your elder price?
I don't have to give you the entire story right now. But we don't kill anyone who's unjust.
And who decides that it's unjust?
We don't kill people. We kill monsters.
What
We
makes them a
protect
monster?
people. You've seen them.
Have I?
Creatures.
There didn't just see creatures in there, it seemed like. I think I saw a very distinct humanoid foot.
Sure, but we didn't kill them.
Groff walks up behind. Would you consider me a monster? As he looks down upon the little men.
He turns around and looks at you. There may have been a time, but the thing about those who worship Hema, we come from all different parts. Monsters are those who typically don't have control over their emotions, control over their intellect, unlike yourself.
And who are you to decide what control over intellect entails?
It's not what's in question here. Do you want to know about the body parts, or do you want to know about our every choice that we make when we're in the battlefield?
Well, you didn't want to tell me what those practices were. So speak, then.
We'll dig up bodies, or if the restless undead come at us, we kill them and then chop up their bodies. The bones are extremely, extremely useful for our practices.
And what are those practices?
Give me an intimidation check. You can have you can do it with advantage because you've got Groff. Just you don't need it. Okay. Look, medicinal purposes, spells, hemocraft. We're blood magic. We worship Hema. The god of blood.
You still haven't said
Bones are
anything.
very important to various spells that we craft. Blood
Which
packs, blood curses,
ones?
blood curses, blood packs, etc.
What did you put on me?
That's for you to find out later, my dear. Unfortunately for you, I can't give you that answer.
Groff's going to put his hand on the guy's shoulder as he stands there menacingly behind him.
Give me the.
Don't
Give me
do
a.
Aphelia's gonna walk to the side of the other guy as well, just looking at them.
You talked about a time where things were different. And what would you call your group back then?
We were a cult back then. Give me an intimidation roll.
Sure. Not
Can't
very
wait to
good.
roll for initiative.
Oh.
Zara puts Vinny down behind her.
Wait. Prim, are you planning to attack?
No, I said I can't wait to roll for initiative.
Okay,
I
okay.
thought she said I planned to roll
you
for
just-
initiative.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
heart.
that's why I was so
Okay.
shocked. Yeah.
Just out of the middle of nowhere. I'm not even in this conversation, but I decide to kill.
You are
He's
there.
just like, let me smash.
Yeah.
Zara puts Vinny down behind her. Like near Luvetta.
We are not the evil people that everyone makes us out to be. We protect people. Can't you see that? Can't you see what we are doing here? We use those bones and that blood for protection. Without that bone magic, that child would be dead. Haven't you considered why people haven't strolled in here? Those beasts, those wolfmen, they haven't strolled in here to try to kill you all. It's thanks to Hema.
And what about the blood curses you mentioned?
We use them to have an advantage over the creatures of evil and dismay.
And which one am I?
Someone we will protect.
She unsheaths her short sword.
The two guards and the guard next to Luvetta all pull their weapons. Price stands
I
them.
cast Eldritch Blast.
At 2. Who are you casting Eldritch
Oh, you're
Blast
taking
at?
me seriously. Alright, let's do this.
I cannot. I can't tell sarcasm. So I have a really bad hard time at telling people sarcasm. So if you're gonna say things, I just assume that's what you're doing. So are you casting Eldritch Blast?
Which one of them is looking at me the most suspiciously?
None of them
No.
are looking at you.
Hey. Which one looks at me first?
They're all focused on Zara.
Damn. Nobody cares. Feels bad. Fine, I will not attack because none of them care.
We still need to
You're-
get Vinny out of here.
Not a monster. None of you are monsters. Also, where's Vinny? There he is. None of you are monsters.
I was wondering
We're
why
here to
Zara's profile changed. I was so confused.
He looks over at Althea. Not even you, dear. Though some people here may disagree that your bloodline defines you. We are not so ill-advised. We're not the bad guys here. None of us are. You just have a limited view of everything that we do.
You
Athalia
just
tightens her
add
grip on the
different.
whip.
What'd you say, Althea?
Athalia tightens her hand, like her grip on the whip. That she
Mm-hmm.
and just is like looking at them like menacingly, like
Okay.
so
Hashtag
tempted
grip
to
the
do
whip.
something, but not. Grip the whip. Yep.
I just realized it summons a horse, so technically you can whip and then you can neigh.
Now what's she whip? What's she
God
whip?
fucking damn it, dude. That's so fucking good. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh.
I now want to draw a picture of Athalia
Excuse me.
just whipping and then neighing.
On top of a
I'm gonna
horse.
make a note of this for
On top
fan
of the
art.
horse. Hell yes.
Oh my god. Look,
Sorry, this
blood
is,
does not need to be
4 a.m. does to me.
blood does not need to be shed here today. We are not your enemy. None of us are.
Yet you won't tell me what you put onto my blood without informing me, without my
It was
consent.
a pact. No, you shook my hand.
We very deliberately talked about what
Exactly.
that was about. You
And that
twisted shit.
I did not. You wanted the boy to be protected. And there he is in your protection. We made a deal under the watchful eye of Hema.
How often
So
have
what
you
you're
bound
saying-
people to you guys?
We don't bound anyone to us. You made a pact, a deal. You can't change that. It's negotiated. It is clear what the intentions of both of our actions were. We made it very clear what that deal entitled. I
Well,
just
I can't
enacted it.
wait. I can't wait to see what the blood will say once you may lift your hands on that sword.
It will be fulfilled. There
Mhm.
won't be any discussion. It'll be fulfilled.
Yeah, it'll be fulfilled. What an interesting time that shall be.
Lower your weapon, please.
She's just holding it.
Take the mother and
How
get out of
many-
here, please. We're not your enemy, I assure you. You do not want to do this.
An interesting statement, considering we had to have like 3 of these conversations.
Yes, and every point I have proven to you. How can I prove to you any further we are not your enemy? I have
Insight
told you
check.
what we do. Give me an insight check. He seems to mostly be telling the truth. There is a slight tinge to it that he's like, that you kind of get this idea that you will be an enemy if you keep this up. He's not afraid to strike you down, but as he kind of furrows his brow and is really trying to diffuse the situation, it's clear that he's lost a lot of men and he just does not want to lose more. And his full intentions aren't going to be bared to you right now, but based on what he's saying, it does seem clear that he's telling the truth.
She glances over at Graf and Athlia.
You watch as Grof's hand tightens a bit, with a little bit of force on this guy's shoulder. Like a father directing a small child through a crowd, keeping a grip on him. I suggest you learn your place in the hierarchy of things. That you'll find more people like us coming through. And we'd hate to see you end up in one of your own experiments.
Who is gonna come through here? No one can make it through the wood. You're the first group I've ever seen do so beyond the mother and the child. This place is
Groff
cursed. Mhm.
is going to pick the guy up by the back of his clothing, turn him over to face him at eye level, and say, "Did I stutter?"
Give me an intimidation check. I have lost a lot of people. I have 30 men who I don't know if they're going to return or not. They are good people. They simply want to push further just because we were seen as fanatical. Does not mean we are the bad people here. We protected the boy and his mother. And we gave you a place to rest overnight. We shared our beer with you. Now put me down, and we can say our goodbyes.
I got one last question for you before that. What do you know of the Imperia?
Emporia? Well, that's an interesting question. The trafficking network. I don't
That's all
know,
you know.
much. I know they're more of a southern thing. I can't say I know much. I've heard words about it. Do you have any more specific
Just seems
questions?
like the type of thing your group been involved with.
No. We don't handle slavery. We're quite against it, actually.
It's hard to tell when you cut up people for fun.
And he's
It's not
just
for
gonna
fun.
drop him.
He lands in the snow and takes a deep breath, pushes himself off, and shakes the snow. You have 20 minutes to get out of here. I'll get the mother ready for you. Collect your items. Don't be
Zara
aggressive,
grabs Finny and just leaves.
Right? You see as he looks at the woman on the horse and says, "Collect her mother, quickly." And the woman rides off to the southwest.
So, come here often.
Silence is unbearable as the windmill creaks and spins.
Yeah, neither.
A few minutes later, as you all stand in the snow, it turns. The mother is kind of sloped over the back, and she hops off and kind of rests her on the ground next to you. And it's this time. It's the first time you've seen Georgia since you've arrived in Belosia. She looks pale. She's got dark eyes, dark circles under her eyes. She's kind of wrapped up in a blanket, coughs. It's in that point you notice that all along her left arm are just scratches and bandages. Bloodied bandages wrapped around her arm. She kind of snuggles up in the blanket and looks at you all. They said we were going with you all.
Athalia nods and picks her up. Does she feel like cold or like?
I mean, she has warmth, but like, you know, she's alive. If that's what you're
Well, yeah.
asking.
I mean, like, because she said she's trying to like snuggle up in the blanket. Like, is it like she had a fever type of thing?
Yeah, she likely does. It
Yeah.
is yeah. It's cold out, but yeah, she's not doing well.
We probably should have asked them if we're able to get sick too from this. No offense, we just want to make sure things aren't going to get any worse.
I don't know.
I mean,
she looks
the
at-
people
she-
would have gotten sick then.
She looks at the lady on the horse. Did you want your blanket back? And she kind of tries to wrap it up and tries to hand it over to the lady on the horse. She takes the blanket, and the woman's now cold, blanketless.
Well, hellish rebuke time, I guess.
Athlia's going. She fiddles with the whip. She's gonna walk a little bit away from the mother quickly, so that she has space around her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna crack the whip. To bring out
Just
the
as
horse.
yesterday. Oh, that's not it. God, where did the fucking horse token go?
You've
You
lost
make
my
a nice
horse.
token. What the horse doing? God damn it.
What my horse doing?
What the horse doing?
I can't believe they left because they get performance anxiety.
You crack the whip, and those sort of fiery hoof prints start appearing in the snow. And soon enough, you are next to the there we go. It should have fixed it. There we go. The horse is he kind of whinnies a little bit and breathes out a little bit of fire. Hello,
Hi, friends.
he says to you in Inferno. Not
Oh,
there
hey,
yet,
Austin.
but do you say that in Infernal?
Yep.
Oh, splendid to make your acquaintance.
I have a favor.
Nah, it's what I'm here for.
You don't mind me riding on your back, do you? With, and she points to to George, who's sick.
That's
Carrying
of
her as
course. I have no issue with that.
Of course. And she's gonna go grab the mother and help her up onto the horse and get up
Okay.
behind her. So basically hold, like, so she's in front of her.
Price looks up at you all. Is that it? Do you have all your items?
Zara comes out of the thing again, wearing her bag and holding
Hey.
Ginny still.
I need to go back. I didn't exactly bring everything with me.
Pretty quickly, you can get all your items.
Okay. Thank you. Is before I quickly go and get my stuff. How were you planning on curing them, if you don't mind my asking? I'd like to help if I can.
Nothing I've tried thus far has been successful. They're working on it, but
Okay. Are you able to, or willing, I know we're not exactly getting off on the right foot, but can you at least tell us what they're plagued with? I'm just here to
different
help.
things. Her specifically?
fight.
Nasty wounds.
Her specifically. Yes.
I would have to ask Quinn, but look, she and the boy were assaulted by those beast creatures, the Lycans. We found her curled up around the boy, protecting him. She was covered in these wounds. The creatures all around him.
Okay. And then she just looks down, not meeting their eyes. Which way do I go again? This place kind of looks the same.
Gestures to the building so you can collect your items. I think for the sake of time, does anyone wish to collect anything? Or say anything before leaving?
Oh, I was going to say, if we're collecting things, can we get another finger for the road?
Oh, that sounds that phrasing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
that phrasing.
I said it that way on purpose, just to fit the vibe.
What's the issue? Normally she has more fingers.
Anyway, I feel like it's gonna keep the mother close to her and just say, "Stay close to me so you can keep warm, and so you don't burn yourself." No.
Shipping.
Does she say that?
No,
Is
no,
that how the mother responds? She says uwu.
no. The mother looks at it and sort of gives a nod of thanks.
And know we were transporting a MILF.
Oh, God.
That's for later.
Oh!
So
Elder
that's
Price
why
looks...
you need the fingers.
Oh no!
We're Elden Ring fans out here.
Finger maidens. Elder Price comes to you all. Right. Is there anything else before we let you, on the road, I suppose?
Yeah, I don't suppose you have any rations to spare. She just smiles.
Unfortunately not.
No worries. I appreciate it anyway.
Hmm.
She just grins.
Ah, beans.
Beans! Sorry.
Do you all
Anyway.
head out?
Mhm.
Very well. You all set onto the road and kind of get an idea of conversation. Where would you all like to head? Now that you're back on the road and have left the mill.
I mean,
I
we
guess
need
we
to
all look towards
take the
Zara.
mother and child
Mm.
back to somewhere where
Mhm.
we don't have to babysit them. We already have to babysit each other.
I think we know where we can take him.
Mm. We need to take her as well. We need to take her somewhere fast.
Then back to
What about Sanctuary? What if we went back?
That's what I was thinking.
That might be best. And then we can tell them they're also safe now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna make some tea. She looks cold. She just kind of gets her tea lid out and we need as much tea as you can make. Need to warm her up. Oh boy. Who's leading the way then? Um,
If you punch me really quick, I can make it really warm.
Zara wants to stay back, was gonna stay. Actually, it's gonna walk with Graf.
Lavetta's actually going to walk to the front. Oh, go on.
No, go ahead.
Lavetta's actually, like, when she's made her tea weirds, kind of super happy to actually be useful. She gives the tea over to the ones with the horse, and she goes to the front of the group.
Okay, so we have Lavetta. Who's after Lavetta?
Fleer will go like behind them with the horse.
Okay.
Then I shall go as the
Okay.
squishiest member of the team.
And then Groff and Zara. So you all set out for Sanctuary. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is cold as you make your way back to Sanctuary.
While can I talk to Graf while we're walking?
Of course.
Zara first stays quiet for a bit. Just goes like, hey, Graf,
Yeah.
are you looking for Emporia?
I
You
am.
don't need to tell me why. We have encountered them before we met you.
Where?
It was more to the east. We were on our way to. God, what's that tavern called again? It's the one with the
Tails in?
portal thing. Tails Inn, that's the one. We were headed towards Tails Inn. Came across a young girl, well, a young woman. She rode ahead of us. We was some roadblock. Killed the guys, but I recognized a bracelet. That they were wearing, and I recognized this as Emporia, and I think they took her. We found her horse. Footprints, not her. It was more towards Redwood.
And where is that? I'm not really
Towards,
from the area.
towards
I
the
barely
east.
even know where we are.
We met you. Met you to the west of. I forgot what the city was where we found
Meadowview.
Mama. What
Oh,
was that?
Wada? That was Eastwatch.
I remember that we went west from Eastwatch and crossed through a village, Meadowview, and then found you guys. So if you go towards Eastwatch, then head east, and you can get to Road Redwood and Tails Inn. That's in the area that we saw them in. I don't know if they're still there. We didn't really, investigate any further because we had our own task. But we definitely encountered Emporia members.
I don't mind helping you all on whatever it is you're trying to do. But that's where I'm going now, alright? I don't
makes
really
sense.
care what's going on with the Lucius stuff. But I'm heading east and then after this, alright?
Of course. And
I can help you guys through stuff, let you guys do what you want. Go through and haggle with
We've
these
done what
cult
we had to do.
fucks. When it comes to them, there's only one place in the world for them.
I agree.
Smear of blood on the ground.
Don't worry. If we come across any of them, I'll be by your side for that. But hearing you mention that, you should know where we encountered them at least.
Groff will pat her on the head.
Zara, who usually has like a very blank face, actually looks very fucking annoyed right now. And just looks at him, squinting. Seriously.
What?
I'm not a fucking kid.
Lavetta looks back and smirks at Zara.
Aplia says very loudly, "Are you sure about that?" And then just continue.
I will fuck you up!
Groff
Wait,
just
we're
shrugs.
giving out a
You're all the
haircut?
size of children.
He's just a little guy.
Don't remind me.
As Groff stands
Tiny
there
but
and is like
deadly.
6'9".
Listen, tiny but deadly, okay?
Yeah, we're tiny but deadly.
Yeah, so is a bee.
It fucking hurts!
Oh,
You've been
yeah.
stung by one?
Wait, how tall is Zara? Wait a minute.
Did I define that? Hold on, character sheet. Do I need to choose right now? I'll choose right now.
Speaking of deadly, Lavetta just she reaches into her her hood. Look what I got! And then she just pulls out this kind of cloth covered kidney. Just holds it up.
What the fuck?
Oh, so you're also saying that? Yeah, that's kind of screwed.
Why do
I mean, I could-
you not? No.
I mean, if I wanted to take your breath away, I'd show you this. So that she lifts out the lung. And she holds up the lung. And then also the liver. I figured I could probably do some experimentation on these, see if we can actually find a cure. I mean, they wanted the organs for a reason, right?
Zara is 160 centimeters. That's what I don't know feet.
It wasn't V.
You have at least 2.
At least 2 feet. Hold on.
It's 5
5
foot
points.
something.
2.5, something like that.
Yeah, but what is
5.2.
that
5
in?
foot. Wait.
So then you gotta take 0.24.
Is it 105
Why
centimeters,
can't you?
2.8. So it's 5. She's 5'3".
5'3".
Son
yes.
of a bitch!
Oh my
I'm
god,
sorry.
she's so small.
Aplia is smaller.
Yes.
Aplia is 5 foot.
Yes.
She's a
6'4".
tiny tiefling.
And my point still stands that you're all the size of children.
Son of a bitch.
Prim isn't
Yeah, I
that
think
much shorter
Lavetta's
than
not
you.
much-
Come on.
Prim is... How tall is Prim?
6'4".
Oh yeah, Prim's
Whoa.
Prim tall. And Lavetta, how tall is Lavetta?
Look at the tiny little barbarian swinging her axe.
Lavetta's
It goes whoosh, 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 and she nearly falls over with the axe.
My ankles are terrified.
Can we also remember-
Lavetta's
Oh, yeah.
Lavetta's just 5'9" at the moment.
Fuck's sake.
So like 170. Is it
at the
170? Yeah, at the moment.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
what. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
don't worry. Anyway,
Can we also remember how many times Aplia has killed people in half while she's being short? So shut your
She
mouth.
just aims for her eye
Yeah,
level.
that's because halfway up their bodies is the highest you can reach.
I wish we didn't have this conversation about height.
When you start beheading them, that's when we'll start talking.
She just jumps up, just like a kickflip, to be able to reach it. We'll bring you a stepping stool.
Do one of those cheerleader things where you use someone else as a step. They help you jump up.
So, yeah, Lavetta's still, through this entire thing, she's still holding all of the organs out. She's just chilling. They're kind of drippy, though. like bloody. Like.
Please put those away. Please put them away somewhere safe, at least.
Yeah, I know. I just.
Especially if the kid wakes up.
I mean, he's already seen.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean he doesn't want to see more of them.
Are any of the three organs noticeably elvish or elven?
Give me a medicine check.
Look at that liver with the pattern on it.
Such a high DC. You have no idea.
Oh my god, there's a tiny bit of shine on that lung.
No, it's like the anatomy of a human is different to the anatomy of a goddamn orc.
Sure. Okay. But lungs and such developed so early in the evolution chain. And based on the evolution of elves and humans, maybe.
I demand to see my family tree.
So,
are we going on a quest to the archives?
Funny enough, if you're interested in the, various etymology of the various creatures of this world, I've gone so British.
We've got the thing, haven't we? The medical thingy.
You do. So,
Yes?
humans are of the degree Furbolgen, which is also the same degree as elves and the same degree as orcs. So they all share a common ancestor. But then they split out a little bit. So orcs and humans are actually more closely related than humans are to elves. So yeah. That's my fun fact of the day.
Honestly, I appreciate the depth of the background with this. So,
Yes, the Homo tribe.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't make fun of me. Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe, yeah. Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, well, Homo sapien, and I thought, maybe it'd be funny if they were called the Homo tribe.
Nice.
The collection.
Well, Lavetta's going to inspect all of the organs then, meticulously.
Give me a medicine check.
Sorry, I didn't mean to double click.
I'll take the first one. You're alright?
Yep, the first.
So, looking at them, what are you trying to inspect? They are mostly decayed. They're not great.
Okay. She's trying to discern whether they look as if they've been tampered with, or if anything, like maybe the cause of their decomposition, aside from natural causes. She just wants to see if there's.
You will see there's kind of 11. There's two separate types of decay on it. One natural, one maybe more unnatural, but beyond that, it's hard to discern.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we can make use of these at some point. She kind of wraps it back up in the cloth and stuffs it into her cloak. All right.
Is there any bile still inside?
You'd have to open it up.
That's the oh god. I mean, you can check if you want to. I was waiting until we got somewhere safe and we're not standing in the middle of a forest. But at least we know they're going to be preserved.
Like a wisdom check for that.
For what?
The
Opening
temptation
up
to do it.
organs.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna do that, yeah, it's gonna fuck with your sanity likely. Can't imagine that's fun.
I mean, if you don't want to, she like holds her hand.
I
out.
was going to. It was going to later. Once we don't have
We've
a.
made camp or something.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
yeah.
could-
Once we make camp and
yeah, Athlia
once
points
she's
to the
safe.
mother. Yeah, who's still basically leaning against her. Yeah, I'm worried about her right now. Let's talk about those organs later.
And she pulls the organs away from the outstretched hand of Primrose and stuffs them into a cloak. Denied. Sorry.
offended.
At this point, Vinny begins to wake up.
Hi,
Kinda like
buddy.
It was a lot of blood. It was. I didn't like.
It was, yup. It's okay, we're not there anymore.
Did I mess up
Your
the
mom-
mission?
Yeah.
Stomach was
Yeah,
there.
you did wonderful, Vinny.
And he sees his mom and he runs over and gives her kind of like a hug on her leg because she's on the horse. And then he kind of realizes, he's like, he walks away. He's like, nah, I'm not, I didn't miss my mom. It's cool. It's cool.
Athlia leans down and pats his head,
It's okay to miss family.
trying not to fall over.
Someday they might be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah.
So you'll find to miss her, so don't worry.
Okay. Where are we headed?
And she looks valiantly off in the wrong direction.
It's like in those romance films where they say to the taxi driver, I'm going home, and they don't know where to drive.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Cue cheesy music in the background.
Oh, wrong one.
You'll
Not bad.
continue on. You make it to a clearing. A frozen lake. Similar clearing you came across before. Not too far away, just to the east, you hear that haunting whistle once again. You look. Zara, you notice first those shadowy creatures.
I motion everyone to stop.
What's wrong?
I just point in the direction that I see the shadowy creatures.
Give me all a stealth check. And I gotta roll for Vanny. All people with pets, can I have you guys roll your pets? So on the sheet, at least for Valinda and the horse. Cat's pretty quiet. We don't need to worry about the cat. So under companions.
I want to do it!
Okay.
If it
You
loads.
want to do it?
It's
So under
just
Ulf's,
loading.
under the Ulfs, you should just be able to click dexterity.
Oh,
Or not
I mean,
dexterity.
you
Is
can. I just
it
wanna look
dexterity?
at
What the
it
fuck
anyway.
is stealth? Stealth is dexterity, right? Yeah.
Yeah, stealth is
Uh,
dex.
Yeah, Dex. Me and the bloody horse! Me and the bloody horse! God damn it!
Let me roll for the mom. And for Vinny. Oh, Vinny's.
Vinny hasn't learned. Damn it. Next lesson.
Vinny's kind of like making a snowball. The snow on the ground.
Oh!
And you see him trying to throw it at the back of... Who would he try to... no,
Throwing
he's
it
gonna
back
go for
to
Zara.
like.
He's gonna go for Zara.
100% me.
Yeah, he's gonna hit you in Zara. You just feel it, like the back, your back be hit by a snowball. And as that happens, all the heads on the shadowy creatures turn to you all. And the center one whistles as they rush at you. And
Oh,
with
this
that,
kid's gonna die. I say that out loud.
with
If
that,
you said it out, Zora would throw a fucking dagger at you.
oh,
Do it.
She's
Oh,
not.
no.
She's not.
I was gonna end today's session right there, as you all are being descended upon by the shadowy creatures which you know nothing of.
Fun.
You're
If we're-
about to get hit with a
Fuck.
hellish rebuke.
Yeah, that's a
Fire!
Oh my God, if he hit you with a snowball, were you gonna hellish rebuke him?
Maybe.
Oh my god!
Oh no. Oh. Well,
I was
think
playing
we-
Joker Man to death.
I think we will end today's session there. I hope you all... I just ended the music because I'm a dumbass. Well, I hope you all had fun today, and...
It was fun, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you everyone who tuned in. The VOD will go up immediately after the stream. So if anything you want to catch up with. And as always, if you want to catch up and watch any of the other ones, they are all in a nice little folder on my channel. If you are interested in watching at all. Thank you everyone for joining me today. And I only have 6 viewers, so there's not really a point to raid. I could raid Shannon. Shannon's live, so I'm gonna raid
Shannon! Woo!
Wait,
Yes.
are you talking about Shan Chan? The multi-streamer who
inside.
does art,
I'm leaving.
RP,
I'm
and
leaving.
Stream
I am
Raiders?
Bye.
Oh
Bye.
my god, great
And
stream.
the
Wow,
duck
love
game.
Shan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. No, I hate
Shannon
everything.
and
10 would recommend.
Crushing, fangirling.
Oh my god,
Listen,
you have
that
these
is-
Shan
Twitch
Chan?
Prime. If you have Twitch Prime, you should check
I'm
out
with
This is on
Shan
Shan
Chan.
Chan.
Have you all heard about Twitch Prime?
You know,
I'm gonna
currently there's a deal going on where if you get a 2-month subscription, you get a free 2 months of Crunchyroll.